only got one room left, but I doubt you'll want it.
Why not?
It's a dead zone. Can't get your calls, your precious emails. It's like you don't even exist.
That is not a dead zone. This is a dead zone.
Oxygen is vital to life. Every plant and animal on Earth needs it to survive. Marine life depends on oxygen that's dissolved in the water, one of the most valuable measures of the ocean's health. Where there is no oxygen, dead zones develop. Bacterial mats form a desert on the ocean floor. Fish and animals die.
According to marine biologists, coastal dead zones now comprise around 245,000 square kilometers across the world, an area the size of the entire state of Oregon.
Many human activities on land trigger the seasonal appearance of dead zones. Fertilizers run off lawns and farmland. They seep into the network of rivers and streams that comprise a local watershed and provide a jolt of nutrients to phytoplankton that edge the shore. Dead zones form when big blooms of phytoplankton at the surface trigger large quantities of organic matter, which then sink to the bottom. Bacteria break down the organic material, releasing carbon dioxide but absorbing oxygen as they work. Most marine organisms need oxygen for survival, and dead zones prove fatal for many aquatic species.
We are discovering that many organisms have good responses to low oxygen conditions, but we're also discovering many organisms cannot. And so you suddenly see the removal of this whole suite of organisms that don't cope with no to low oxygen conditions.
Scientists are discovering how marine life adapts to low oxygen levels. Large gills for absorbing tiny amounts of oxygen, breathing slowly, and feeding where little else can survive.
If oxygen levels continue to drop, millions of creatures will feel the impact. Some may adapt, others won't.
So what, if anything, can be done? We could chart a huge ship to tow the melting ice from the Arctic into the dead zones, infusing huge chunks of oxygen into the region. We could inject chemicals into the clouds so the rain will fall whenever flying overhead. Researchers noted that any return to pre-industrial levels of nutrient input into global waters would be unrealistic, but said an appropriate management goal would include reduction to levels used in the middle of the past century. While chemical companies are under pressure to reduce the nitrogen content of their fertilizers, something they've been pretty reluctant to do, now would be a good time to enjoy seafood while you can. It may not be around forever.